All right, you guys, I'm so excited to be on this webinar tonight. We have a lot of information and exciting stuff happening, and I'm so excited to share it with everybody. So first off, my name is Kirsten Johnson. I'm an Ambassador Diamond from Alberta, Canada. And for those that don't know me, maybe I'll give a little bit of my background. I used to be a phys ed teacher, and I actually thought that I would be a teacher until I retired. In Canada, teachers actually make pretty good money. They start out $40,000 to $50,000 a year, and it just keeps going up from there. So it always seemed like just the right thing for me. It was good money and a great occupation, and it was so fulfilling. So I thought I'd be doing it until I retired. And you know, you think, okay, well, I'll have children, go right back to work, take my mat leave, and it's kind of just set in stone. And that seems to make sense when you're a university student. But as I finished, and I was teaching for about 5 years, my husband and I started a family. My husband's Brett Johnson. And we started a family, and after I had my son, I realized, like, this just isn't working for me. There's no way I can go back within 1 year. It changed the game after you actually have a child. And so I started looking for something because I knew there was more out there for me. I knew I could be doing a teacher and leadership type position without actually going back to work. So I found It Works, and it just fit right in with me. I absolutely got that gut feeling. It was in my heart, it was in my head, it was in my stomach. It all just felt right. And I thought, okay, this is where I want to be. And I just fell in love with the body applicator. The Ultimate Body Applicator was what I fell in love with right away. I saw so much potential with it. I saw how this product could help people, especially being a new mom, and I knew that it could help so many others out there. And I just got so excited that why wouldn't someone want to see results in 45 minutes? Like toning, tightening, and firming, it would be insane for anyone to pass up. So I had my launch party, and everybody was getting such great results at the party, and the momentum and excitement was just it was just overwhelming, and it just kept going and growing. And I realized that we're really onto something. And you know, this was 3 years ago in Canada when I got started, and you know, you start seeing like, well, you know, momentum's going to come eventually. Right now it's still, you know, it's not even out there. And, you know, guys, right now is the time to get going with It Works. 3 years ago was about planting seeds, and, you know, 7, 10 years ago in the States was about planting seeds, and it wasn't about momentum at that point at all. And it was about getting those seeds out there and getting the name out there. And momentum is now going to start. And here's how we know this, because, you know, we're looking at Direct Selling News is featuring It Works. We've got Success from Home magazine. So not only did Success from Home ask to have, you know, someone on the cover and a quick article, they dedicated their entire magazine to us. That's just unheard of. They saw so much potential in us that they figured an entire magazine could be featured on us. And you know, my husband and myself were privileged enough to be in there with Carla and Chris Burns as well. And it is just such a huge opportunity to be a part of that Success from Home magazine. You know, we've got Inc. Magazine's 500 out of 5,000 list, and we're one of the 50 fastest growing companies in its category, and I know that is even a little bit older. It's gotten better than that. You know, you look at Mark last year at conference, and he's announcing, you guys, guess what our goal is for next year? 100 million in sales, and, you know, everyone's cheering, and it's so exciting, and we're going, oh, that'd be so cool if we did 100 million in sales. That would be nuts. And then we get, you know, into the year, and we're going, oh my gosh, in 2 days we're doing all the amount of sales we did the month before. And then in, you know, our first quarter, we start beating our sales. And it's like, we already got 100 million in sales, and we're just halfway done the year. That was insane that we could do that. And so what those numbers and stats tell you is that is where momentum is going. That is how we know momentum is starting. Okay, it's not through, it's just starting. We grew 400% in the first half of this year, if you can believe it. 400% in the first half. So we're debt-free. Why is that important? Because this company isn't owing anyone anything. And when you don't owe anyone anything, you own it yourself, and you're not going anywhere. So you don't have to worry about the company being gone in a few months because they owe debts to everybody everywhere, right? This company is going to be there. There's global expansion still happening. More and more countries are going to be opening up. We're not even a household name yet. It's not even out there yet. You could walk down the street and ask someone if they heard of It Works, and they have not heard of It Works. Okay, big momentum is happening now. This is just starting. Its momentum is happening now. And you know what? With that, now is the time to get yourself into that leadership position, because millionaires will actually be made overnight. Right? We are going to see some of the fastest growing ambassadors yet. Okay, so when we were planting seeds 3 years ago, it was taking 3 years or more to become an ambassador. But now we're seeing it in months. In a matter of months, it is just going to keep going faster and faster, and ambassadors are going to be made faster and faster, because that is what momentum is going to do to us. So, I don't know, Carla, these stats are amazing. They get me excited. Anything else you want to add to that list about why now is the time?
Oh, it's incredible, and I just love how you have grown over the last 3 years, and you know, with your business growing, my business has grown, and you're right. Gosh, I remember 6 years ago when I signed up for this, actually 5 years ago, when I signed up for this business, gosh, we didn't even have catalogs, we didn't have T-shirts, and you know, last year we took on branding of the company, and this year we're all about friendship, fun, and freedom, and now coming into this next year, it's going to be all about self-improvement, and you're right. Establishing yourself as a leader in this company is what is going to set you apart and what's going to make the difference. But what you need to do right now is just get started. So if you're on the line and you're listening and you're thinking about joining this company, now is the time to do it. Like Kirsten said, momentum is on our side. It's just kicking in. If you can picture a giant wave, we're like at the bottom of the curl, if you know what a rip curl is. We're just at the very bottom. We're about to head into the highest peak of that wave, and with a wave, you know, there's a force behind that wave, and there's a force behind this company, and it's coming quickly. So get on board and join us and establish yourself as a leader.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Carla. You know, I don't even know if sometimes I think our brains and our hearts just can't even comprehend it. It's just, you know, in your stomach, it's there, and it's so exciting, and you got to roll with it. That's for sure. You know, we are going to talk a little bit about some mindset and motivation, because you hear all this fantastic news, you hear about blitzing, you hear about parties, and you're thinking, okay, now I get out in the real world, and what happens? Because you come on the webinar, and it's so exciting, and you're going to hear from a couple of amazing fitness trainers and gym owners in a little bit, and you're going to wonder, like, what can I do with that? Like, it sounds fantastic when I'm on the call, but then I get off and I freeze. You know, I hear all these stats, and I want to tell everyone, like, the growth and the momentum, but then what do I do with that, right? So, you know, we got to think about a couple of things with that, and with this momentum, we've got to have the right mindset, and we've got to have the right mind frame in order to continue this on and to actually go somewhere with it. So one thing I talk to my team a lot is we talk about roadblocks. Okay, there's always going to be roadblocks that come in the way. You know, something happens with someone's family, and they're going to take time off, or you know, school, it came out for the summer, and people are going, what do I do now? And there's always going to be some kind of a roadblock. And, you know, I absolutely love comparing it to an actual roadblock. Okay, so I want you to kind of picture yourself. You went to your team training. Let's say you met at someone's house for this webinar, and you're on your way home, and you hit the freeway, and there's a roadblock, right? They have the barricades up, and you're in your car, and you're going, oh, well, I only know one way to get home. I came to this roadblock. I know I'm supposed to get on the freeway. Now I don't know what else to do. Okay, there's these barricades. You have nowhere to, you can't even go around it. Do you get out of your car and lay on the concrete and say, just take me now, my life is over as I know it, I don't know how to get home, I'm never going to eat again, oh no, what do I do with my life? Like, do you sit there and pound the pavement and give up and just starve to death and tell the good Lord your time is up? Absolutely not. That would be ridiculous. So what do? Okay, well, you turn around, you find a gas station, you ask for a map, you turn right, and then you might need to make a left and another right and another right and another left and a left and a left, and you go all the way around that roadblock, and you find another way around that freeway to get home, but you're still going to make it home. You're still going to make it home to another meal. You might plug into your GPS and take a look. You find a way. So what I look at with this business, if you come up to something that goes, whoa, it puts on your brakes for a second, you just have to take out your map, and you got to look around and say, well, what can I do to get around this roadblock, right? It is really the same thing. You're not going to put up a for sale sign and say, car for sale, like life's over, right? So why would you do that with your business? Okay, we need to treat this business, it's $1 million business, guys. Your time is worth $1 million an hour. And you don't just give up on that right away. So if something comes up and there's a problem in your business, you start to hear, I can't book any parties, no one's getting results, or whatever the case is, we got to look at that as a roadblock, and then we got to take a look, how can we get around that, right? What can we do to get around that? And, this is how you do something like that. You take responsibility, okay? So here's the problem, though. We got to figure out what is being responsible mean to you, right? What does being a responsible person mean? And we're going to take that into a leadership position about what does a responsible leader kind of mean. But is it doing what's expected of you? Is it keeping promises? Is it being a good provider? If you don't accept responsibility for life, okay, you're likely just going to shrug off all your failures and think you have nothing to learn from them and put all the blame on other people. That's generally what happens. So if you don't take this responsibility for you, you're never going to be happy, because only you can make you happy, right? Only you can make your business work. Your upline, your downline, your sidelines, it isn't about that. It's about you taking responsibility for yourself. And I love this with my team because we're called Team Unstoppable. And I've kind of branded myself the Unstoppable Mother on Facebook, so that's kind of my fan page. And, we all become our own individual within this group, okay? And we all take responsibility for our own learning even, okay? So you take responsibility for learning what you need to about this business. It's not about anyone else giving it to you, okay? Passing you a distributor, passing you loyal customers. It's about going out there and being responsible enough to make a mistake even, and dealing with the consequence of a mistake, because when you can have that, you will enjoy the freedom about being able to take those risks and dealing with what might come out of those risks. And, of course, there's going to be some consequences if a risk doesn't work out, but you know what? You are able to deal with it yourself, right? So if you're not willing to do these things and take responsibility on yourself, I don't know how far this is going to go, because when we take blame on others, it doesn't really, it puts limits on us, actually. And we don't really want to limit ourselves for sure. So what do we do as a leader, okay? So we take this responsibility. What do we got to do? Well, we got to define with ourselves what we want. Okay? You need to have a clear picture as what you want to look like as a leader. And how do you do that? Well, you know what? There are some amazing uplines in this business, and it all stems right up to Cammie Dempsey, right? Mark Pentecost, you can look at some of the traits they have and write those traits down, right? Because ultimately, you want to figure out what qualities, okay, what qualities do you want on your team? Okay, you always say, I want someone who is responsible and launches right away and does this and does that and has, commitment and all of that. Well, guess what? Create that in yourself first. That's where taking responsibility comes into action. So you go ahead and you can create those qualities within yourself, and that's what you're going to get. Okay? If you're not committed to being on an 80 auto ship, don't expect anyone else on your team to be. Okay? If you're not committed to doing so many parties a month, a week, whatever, don't expect anyone else to be. So what you want to see on your team, create within yourself. And you're going to notice this whole responsibility is all about bringing it back on you. So you're going to have to set boundaries for what you want to do with your team, for your team, what you want to teach your team to do, right, with layered leadership. Layered leadership is going to be extremely key in your business. So if you don't set your boundaries and you don't understand what qualities you want, well, it might stop there, and then we've got to look back at that word responsibility again. And you know what? then we got to look at taking responsibility for our own thoughts, our actions, and even reactions. We've got to understand how we will deal with situations. So what I talk to my team about is we take a look and we say, we got to come up with our own truth about ourselves, our own positive self-talk. So, you know, again, we go through this webinar, we hear Pat and Miranda speaking a bit, we hear Carla speak, and we're going to go, it sounds awesome, I want to get out there, and then you go home. Or maybe you just signed up and then you go home and you're telling your family about it. And they're going, oh, that's a silly idea. They're going to tell you, they might tell you that's a silly idea, you're not going to go anywhere with it, and they're probably telling you the truth. But here's the difference, you guys. That's their truth, okay? So we've taken responsibility and we've come up with our own truth. Because the reason they're telling you the truth is because that's their truth. And they think they're looking out for you. They think they're trying to, stop you from getting hurt in the future. And you got to remember that that was their truth. And you have to respect that. See, when you can take a step out of that circle for a second and you can go, whoa, Tom just told me I won't do this business. It's too late, or whatever the case may be. You have to step back, and instead of getting hurt and going, how dare you think that of me, Tom? You think I'm weak? You have to step out for a second and go, wait a minute, what's my truth? I've already come up with the fact that I'm going to be a responsible leader. I've already come up with the fact that this product does work. I've seen it on people. I know there's momentum. My truth is that I'm going all the way with this company. So then you can tell Tom, oh, okay, well, I totally respect that, and that's his view. And it should have no impact on you whatsoever. Because everybody has their own truth, right? And you've already established your own truth. You've established your own qualities of what you want to see within yourself and your team and what you want this business to look like. So when people tell you that's not going to work, you've already got that mind frame and that mindset that, okay, you have your own opinion and your own truth. And I've established mine, so I can move on. And, the confidence that can come out of that is incredible. And you'll start to see yourself kind of weaning people out, and all of a sudden you're supported with you're surrounded with just supportive people, and it will just feel truly and incredibly amazing when you can do that. So, if I can say a couple of things, just figure your own truth out. Define what you want from yourself with this business, and define what you want to see your business look like. And you can always keep taking it to another level of the dream boards, and my team has to write stuff on their mirrors that they see every single day, all the positivity, and it will help you grow that much quicker if you can just go ahead and take responsibility about it. So what we're going to do now with this webinar is we're going to move on, and we're going to hear some people out there in the real world doing this business that are just real people. And I know, look at this picture. This is Maranda Kerr. So I have to introduce them because Miranda has become one of my best friends. We hang out every day, and I love her and Pat and my husband. We're just become great friends. And Miranda is, look at this. Besides absolutely stunning, gorgeous, she has had a huge list of credentials, okay? So we're talking personal training and nutrition diploma. She's got accredited nutrition specialist. She's author of Cook Yourself into Shape cookbook. She's co-director of private personal training facility One-to-One Fitness, which, you know what, that's even an understatement. It is one of the top-notch facilities in our city. And she is well known all over Canada and the United States. Top 5 finish at Canadian Nationals figure competitions and championships. She's 6th place in the IFBB North American Figure Championships, has coached numerous clients on to fitness and figure success, and has coached thousands of clients and guided them into successful weight loss. So this girl has got it all going on. She knows a thing or two about nutrition and supplements and how people's bodies work and react to products. And then, here we go, we got Pat, her husband. Okay, so again, wow, they know how it's done here. And internationally certified personal trainer, national level coach, co-director of One-to-One Fitness, the gym they own, two-time national bodybuilding champion. Okay, so we're talking champion. Second place fit at the IFBB North American Bodybuilding Championships. He was nominated as one of Canada's top fitness trainers for 2011-2012 recently by a big magazine. Has coached numerous clients onto bodybuilding success, including onto national stages. Provides the personal training and nutritional coaching for the first team from Red Deer, Alberta to ever successfully reach the summit of Mount Everest. So here he is in his gym training a guy that has successfully reached the summit of Mount Everest. Like, that's amazing. He has coached thousands of clients and guided them to successful weight loss, and he's now a coach and mentor of, he actually coaches personal trainers how to do that. That's pretty cool. So they have Magic Fat Fighter as their Facebook page, and this is a group that, these are a couple that you're going to want to follow and definitely get information from. So, you know, besides that, here they are again. They're just a normal family. Our sons have become best friends. Miranda and myself are both expecting again around the same time. She's due in October, I'm due in November. So not only do they have all this going on, but they are just normal human beings that have a family, that are just, you know, she's a mom and just but a mom of two, and they are making this business work like nobody's business. And Carla's actually going to go through the fit pack, or all the packs, sorry, with them and talk about some of the nutrition with them. So I'm going to hand this over to you, Carla. Did you say you can see the pack now?
I can't see the pack, but that's okay. I can follow along in my catalog. And
Okay.
so are we on the wrap pack starting?
We are on the wrap pack right now, and Pat and Miranda are on the line too.
Hey guys.
Okay. Hello. Wow. Welcome. I am honored to have both of you on the call with me tonight. And gosh, just listening to your credentials, it's incredible. So I know everyone on the call is going to be super excited to hear what you have to say. And I know I'm excited because I want to know, I want to pick your brain. What's your favorite product and why do you love them? And we're going to go through each of these packs, and we're just going to have fun with this too. So let's start with the Rat Pack. And, you know, either one of you can jump in, whichever one. If this is your favorite product, Miranda, maybe it's yours, Pat. So with the Rat Pack, what you're going to get with the Rat Pack is actually 4 of our Ultimate Body Applicators. So 4 of the Rats is what you will get in this pack. And you'll also get a small bottle of the defining gel. So Pat and Miranda, why do you love the Ultimate Body Wrap?
Well, I think the biggest thing for us, especially being in the fitness industry, is, you know, I mean, historically, people have always been told that they can't spot reduce, you know, and coming up through our own avenues of education and learning and things like this, that's what we had always been taught to believe as well. And physiologically and metabolically, that's what always made sense to us. So honestly, when we first got into the business and we were introduced to the wraps, we were extremely skeptical, which I think is the very reason why the Ultimate Body Applicator is one of our favorite products, because it does actually work. Now, yeah, when we were first introduced to it, we were pretty skeptical and probably rolled our eyes a few times, but honestly, going through the ingredients and having the nutritional background that we do have, everything just kind of started clicking and making sense. So, you know, it kind of persuaded us to try the product for the first time, and we did see immediate results with our clients, and so we've been hooked ever since.
Awesome. All right, so that was the Rat Pack, and we do all love the Ultimate Body Applicators and the defining gel. I know I use the defining gel daily on a regular basis from head to toe. So with the Skinny Pack, you're actually going to get a box of 4, the full bottle of the defining gel, and then the Fat Fighter. And I know Kirsten just mentioned that you guys love the Fat Fighter. So what is it about the Fat Fighter that you love so much? And also, how have you been able to incorporate this pack in with your clients?
I think with the Fat Fighter, it's great because when we have clients that eat very healthy on a regular basis, we do allow them to have at least 1 cheat meal a week. And that's there for a treat for them for their hard work for that week. So when they go out and they have that cheat meal, it's nice because they can take that Fat Fighter and not feel guilty afterwards. The biggest thing that I find with a lot of my clients is when they have a cheat meal, typically their blood sugar levels drop. and then they typically want to continue eating bad. So with this, we just basically, you take it, and 20 minutes later you're feeling like you're okay, and you're good to go.
Right. And don't you find, too, that, oh, sorry, were you going to say something, Pat?
Oh, I was just going to say that your blood sugar levels are more stable, so then you don't feel like you want to continue eating bad food. So you go out for your pizza, you have your pizza, you're done with it. Once you have that fat fighter, blood sugar levels are stable, you don't want to continue on the whole night with bad eating.
And don't you find that there's a bit of a psychological aspect to that as well, that, they're working so hard all week and they're sticking to their program, and then all of a sudden they eat this cheat meal and then this guilt comes over them, but just knowing that they have the fat fighter, it's almost like it just makes it better. It's like the forgiveness pill, and then they're easily moved on to, quickly recover from that and get back on track.
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. So with the Fit Pack, this is the next package that we have, and this is actually our most popular package. It includes everything that was in the Skinny Pack, but now we've added in two of my favorite products, the greens and our ProFit. So the greens are actually 8 servings of fruits and vegetables, and we know that it helps to alkalize our body and energize it, giving us better pH balance and increasing our immunity. So what could you say your experience with the greens has been?
Well, definitely, because our clients are a little bit more centered on eating some protein-rich foods, and we all know that proteins, and more specifically animal-based proteins, can be very acidic. It definitely is one of our favorite products that, like you say, Carla, helps people alkalize their systems and just keep things working normally on the inside. Especially with the support of the probiotics, we're just ensuring that we always have that healthy gut flora so that, we get maximum nutrient absorption, maximum nutrient assimilation, and we know that that can help increase metabolism as well. So, for people that think that the greens is really only an alkalizing or cleansing product, from our perspective in the fitness industry, we also use it to ensure that we're also getting proper metabolic function so that people can lose weight healthily on a regular basis.
Awesome. And then the ProFit, you just mentioned animal protein, and the ProFit is mainly a whey isolate with a mix of soy. And the reason that we did that, I'm sure you're aware of, we want to have protein digesting at different rates. And so what do you love about the ProFit, or have you noticed, because, with all of these products, I know that you and your wife can, just from your experience and the years you've been in the industry, you could choose any product out there, and you choose ours. So what do you love about it? Were you excited when you heard about the ProFit, or were you thinking, oh, just another protein? Or tell me your experience with the ProFit and how that's benefited not only you, because like I said, you can take anything you want, but also your clients. How have they seen better results with ProFit?
Well, it definitely is one of our favorite products because it is so much more than just a protein supplement. It really is a superfood. We all know why ProFit is such an amazing tool in our nutritional toolbox, but one of our biggest objections from clients or from other people is the price. People tell us, yeah, I can see the value and that there's more in it than just protein, but they can't justify spending the money on a so-called protein supplement. So this actually usually works out to our advantage, because one of our favorite things to do is to simply break it down for them and see how much they're spending on their regular proteins and their other supplements that are already included in the ProFit. So we like to do a quick cost analysis and break down and show people that if they're using a whey protein or a casein or a soy protein supplement, and they're buying flax on the side, and they're getting their fiber supplements on the side, and they're taking maca, and they're taking antioxidant supports, and they're already out, buying all these supplements and spending all this money. It's very, very easy for us to show them how the ProFit is more economical and is a much more well-rounded product. The other, I would say that the second biggest objection that we get from people is the protein serving. They say, well, it's only got 14 grams of protein per serving, and the protein powder that I'm using has 27, 28, 29, 30 grams of protein. Well, it only takes a very quick second, and I actually posted something on our page here a couple of months ago, and I took a competitor's bottle of protein, and I took the serving scoop out of their jug, and I took a serving scoop out of the bag of ProFit, and took a picture, and made the comparison for our 14 grams of protein versus a competitor's, I think it was 26 grams of protein per serving, but our competitor's scoop size is almost twice as big. Well, anybody can pack 30 grams of protein into a laundry detergent scoop. So, again, it is very, very simple. It is very, very simple for us to show people how concentrated of a protein source this is and how dense it is in other nutrients other than just the protein supplement itself.
I love it. I did see that picture, and how clever, huh? And it really is about marketing, and but we're not about that. We're about value, and I love how you said it's about the value, and we have jam-packed this product with value and quality, and you mentioned the quality of the protein, because there is a difference between a pure cold filtered isolate and a concentrate.
Absolutely. Yeah, our cold filtered isolates, what a lot of people don't realize is, even for people that are lactose intolerant, typically with a good quality cold filtered whey protein isolate, people can tolerate the whey because of the cross-flow microfiltration system. The whey protein isolate itself is removed and, as its name implies, isolated from all of the other components of milk. So we're left with the fat, the cholesterol, the casein, the lactose, all being separated away from the whey protein isolate itself. So it definitely is a superior product. It allows for faster recovery. It's the smallest protein particle known to man, which makes it the easiest for the body to absorb and digest and assimilate for living tissue.
I love it. And people are getting amazing results. How are your clients doing on this product? And actually the package itself, do you find that the Fit package your best seller, or is it actually the Ultimate Pack, which we'll talk about next?
I would say it's kind of both. We have some clients that like the Fit Pack and also the Ultimate Pack. This one, it's a pretty easy seller because typically our clients that are wanting to lose weight, they're going to be using a wrap once a week. The greens, we always recommend our clients to be on some greens and some vitamins. So the greens right there are there once a month. And the fat fighter usually gets used up within that month too, and along with the ProFit being used, we'll usually have them have 1 to 2 shakes a day as a meal replacement. So yeah, it's a great little package.
Great. Yeah, we love it too. So with the Ultimate Pack, it's actually the Fit Pack, and again, building on each other. With the Ultimate Pack, we've added in 3 other products, so it is actually the very best value in the Ultimate Pack. And I'm not sure which picture you have up, but if you're seeing the one with the Fit Total Body Workout, we've actually taken that out and now added in the It's Vital, which I love because it's so essential to get that good nutrition in your multi-vitamin and mineral supplements. So we did add the It's Vital, the It's Essential, and the Thermal Fit. So I'd love to start with the Thermal Fit because I know myself, I have converted trainers from other supplements that have had, stimulants and things that you really don't want to put in your body to boost your metabolism, and they love the Thermal Fit. How about you guys?
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites. In terms of clients, yeah, we've seen it where we have clients that are on stimulants all the time, and they don't feel good on it. They get shaky and jittery, and then they have a huge crash after. So with this, because it's all natural, you're just going to have your body temperature raised. There's none of the ups and downs with it.
One of the biggest things with the stimulant-based products is that eventually they burn out the adrenal glands. And then once those adrenals are burnt out, then we have a decrease in energy, we have a decrease in metabolic function, and you have to end up taking more and more and more of the same stimulant to get the same effect. So eventually, over the long term, as the body desensitizes itself to these stimulants, we're really not getting the same results. So yeah, one of the things that we love about the ThermoFit is that it does simply raise your metabolism naturally. It's not acting on any of the endocrine system, not acting on the adrenal glands. So we just get that natural increase in metabolic response. And even for me, I mean, I'm guilty of it. You know, back in the day when, you know, you could still walk into any health food store and buy ephedrine straight off the shelf, I was that guy. I could take, you know, 4 or 5 servings a day and have no problem sleeping at night, probably because my adrenals were shot. But, you know, with the Ultimate ThermoFit, honestly, I take a serving, and I know the serving size is you know, 1 to 2 capsules, 2 to 3 times per day, but honestly, I take 1 in the morning about 6 a.m., and by the time I've gotten through a few clients at the gym, I can literally feel my core body temperature increasing, and I can feel that metabolism kicking in. So it's definitely one of our favorites, and definitely one of our clients' favorites as well.
Well, not only from a fat burning standpoint, but I think too, you know, you can sell it on that it also helps with blood pressure. You know, anyone with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, this product is going to help them with that. So not only are they taking something to burn extra calories, but they're also taking something to get healthy.
Wow. You know, it's funny you mentioned ephedra, because I was one of those too back in the day, and
oh yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, had a really bad experience though, and so don't want to go there again. And it's actually what's fueled my passion to help people recognize and really convert people to a much more natural way to get the same result, if not even better, and feel good while you're doing it. Yeah. So I love the ThermoFit too. And then the last 2 products, like I said, was the It's Vital and the It's Essential Bar. So with the It's Vital, for myself, what I loved about and what I still love about every day is when I take my It's Vital, I can take it on an empty stomach. It doesn't make me feel nauseous. I know I'm getting good nutrition. It's bioavailable, so it's getting directly into my bloodstream, doing what it's supposed to do, feeding and nourishing my cells. And so, you know, I could go on and on about the It's Vital, but is there something specific that's your favorite about it as well?
For me, I really like the fact that it is bioavailable. We have spent a lot of money on various vitamins, to the point of spending, you know, $100 a month per person on vitamins, which is expensive, and knowing that these actually break down in the body quickly. If you know, we've had other vitamins where we've even tested them and put them in water, and they literally do not break down. And we've done some research on vitamins, and when you hear how they're actually covered or coated in a plastic shellac, you can go into detail. You know a little bit more about this, but it's kind of gross to think of the body having to break down something like that, or that you're putting your body through something like that when you're supposed to be trying to get healthier.
You know, and even for kids, when it comes back to the bioavailability, you know, when after our first son was born, you know, we tried to start him on multivitamins right away, and this was before we were part of the It Works community. And, you know, like Miranda said, we spent a lot of money trying different products and different multivitamin, multi-mineral combos. And, you know, because he was too young to swallow them or chew them up, we would just, you know, take a vitamin, take a tablet and drop it in his milk or his water or whatever, and just expect that it would break down and dissolve.
And it never did.
And it never did.
Oh.
So what's the point if that product isn't breaking down for you, and if you can't take it and drop it in a glass of water in front of your eyes and watch it break down and dissolve, then you know, like Miranda was saying, a lot of our, you know, multivitamins on the market are coated in a food grade shellac. It's the same consistency as a CD cover case. So we love the fact that It's Vital is simply coated with that mint coating. You know, the product is still very, very bioavailable and does break down very, very well. So we know that, you know, we're actually getting what we pay for.
Incredible. I love it. And I truly loved it. It's one of my very favorite products. And so, all right, last product is the It's Essential Bar, near and dear to my heart. When I literally created this product in my kitchen for my husband, because he was really You know, he had high cholesterol, high blood pressure. Doctor had diagnosed him with type 2 diabetes, and he had once been an athlete. So for him to be going through this at age 36, it was stressing both of us out. And so at the time, there was nothing I could find at the store, in the health food store, and this was 3 years ago now, that was clean, that didn't have any artificial ingredients, that would have high-quality ingredients that I knew mostly would keep his blood sugar stable, because I knew that was going to be key, not only to help with his type 2 diabetes, also helping to lower the cholesterol with the good fibers, but keeping that blood sugar stable for him to be able to shed the body fat, especially around the belly. So what do you guys think about the Essential Bar?
Well, you know, like you say, it's, you know, because of our background in the fitness industry, one of the biggest things that we focus on for our clients is hormonal balance. And, you know, when we talk about blood sugar levels and how they relate to insulin, that's really the exact response that we're looking for, is a product that helps us maintain steady blood sugar levels, keeping the body close to homeostasis, so that natural balance where it can burn fat on its own. So that's a huge thing for us, and that is something that we look for, you know, in our products. So the bars are really easy for our clients to, you know, just throw in their bag, or throw in their gym bag, or throw in the glove box in the car, and always have, you know, always have them with them. You know, when they're on the go, they're out working, they're driving, they're traveling, whatever it is, we know that they can always rely on that product for that quick snack in between meals, and count it as one of their meals throughout the day. For a lot of our guys, we'll just have them have its Essential Bar and a scoop of ProFit along with it, just to bump up their calories and bump up their protein a little bit, and it just makes a really nice addition having the two of them together.
It does, and that's exactly it. It's just portable nutrition that you can rely on. You don't, no guesswork. It's already calculated for you, and you know you're getting that good nutrition. So I don't know about you guys, but I would definitely choose the Ultimate Pack as the best value, and
sure.
the package is definitely going to get you results. So with that, I just want to thank you, first of all, because I know you two are busy, not only as trainers, top trainers in Canada, and you're also distributors with the company. So thank you so much for taking the time to do this with us, and I appreciate your wealth of knowledge. Is there anything that you would want to, oh, you're so welcome. Is there anything that you would want to add? I know we actually have a lot of gym owners, trainers that have specifically come on this call to hear from you about how do you incorporate this when you're speaking with a client and you're putting them on a good nutrition program. How do you bring this up to them, and or what's been successful for you to be able to get them into buying the Ultimate Pack, signing up as a loyal customer, or do you have them participate in the Ultimate Makeover, or just give us a quick insight into how you approach it with your clients?
We do run some internal challenges, and it's actually one of our favorite ways to introduce the wraps. So if we have okay, if we've got a number of personal trainers and gym owners on the call here, we're going to give you a little insider tip. Okay, this is kind of sneaky, but it totally works. It's totally ethical, because we would never do anything unethical. But it's kind of a sneaky, cool way for us to introduce the entire line to our clients. So one of our favorite ways to introduce the entire product line is actually to get people to obviously try a wrap first. One of our favorite ways to do this is to actually, quote unquote, give them away during a 6-week transformation challenge. So here's how it works. Our clients or potential prospects pay an entry fee to enter a 6-week transformation challenge. And that entry fee covers our overhead to pay our trainers to work with the clients, and it covers some of the prizes that we give away, like iPads and things like this. And something that the client doesn't see is that it also covers our cost on 2 Ultimate Body applicators per contestant. You with me? So far, so good?
Awesome.
Okay,
I love it.
Okay, so you can see where this is going. So each person who enters the challenge must complete before pictures and before measurements at the beginning of their challenge, and also complete after pictures and after measurements at the end of their challenge. So 1 week prior to the end of the transformation challenge, we hold a top secret meeting for all the contestants, We get them all in a room. They come into our facility, and we ask them by a show of hands how many people have lost 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, you know, there are high fives and congratulations and all that good stuff, but then we ask them how many of them are feeling nervous or apprehensive about their final weigh-in or their final measurements and their after pictures that are only 7 days away. And of course, everybody says that, you know, they wish they had a little more time to drop a few more inches or just tighten up their waists or tone their tummies a little bit more. So this naturally leads us into the intro of the Ultimate Body Applicator. So we simply tell everyone that because we're so excited for them and, you know, they're making such amazing progress, we really want to support them and help them out and ensure that they're going to have the best results possible for their after pictures and their final measurements. So we're going to give them 2 of these applicators for them to use over their final 7 days to accelerate their results. So we apply the first one there for them that night and then give them one to take home and reapply in 3 days. And what we really love about this process is it allows people to try an It Works product without any pressure. We're simply giving them a gift. However, this way, once they try the wrap and they see that the product actually works, it gets them to buy into the rest of the product line because they have faith in the product. You know, and really that's one of the biggest things that you know, that we try to instill in our team is that if people know, like, and trust you, then they will do business with you. You know, and it really doesn't matter what else is available on the market. People like to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So, you know, we give them a little gift. We allow them to try the product, and it kind of opens up the door for us to introduce the rest of the product line.
I love it. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing that information, because there are a lot of people on this call, and they were just struggling with, they love the product, they want to introduce it to their clients, but they didn't know how. And so thank you so much for sharing, because that is brilliant. I love it.
Awesome.
All right, Kirsten, is there anything else you would like to add before we close the call?
No, guys, that was fantastic. I just have to thank Pat and Miranda for coming on and sharing that information. It's been incredible, and just so proud that, you know, we're teammates together with this business. And yeah, thanks everyone for coming on tonight.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
All right. Everyone have a good night, and I hope I'm seeing all the 3 of you at the triple event coming up at Dash. And also, don't forget, we have our last green carpet, which is this month in August, and the next one won't be until November. So if you haven't been to a green carpet, come on down to Florida. It's this week on Thursday night, and we also have a fun day planned on Saturday. So if we don't see you there, hopefully we'll see you at the Dash, and have a great week.